Hello, I'm Chief 104 Vic Pinion, U.S. Navy retired, telling my sea stories. This story is of when I met my wife. I had too much leave on the books. I had to take some of it. So I applied for leave, caught a Greyhound bus to DeKalb, Illinois, where I caught a taxi cab to the nursing home where my mother worked. And it turned out that my sister and my future wife worked there too. Well, Mama took the rest of the day off, and we went home, and as the other family members arrived home from wherever they'd been, I had 6 siblings remaining at home. But we went to bed that night, and the next morning, my mother cooked breakfast, and she always made a big breakfast, and had all kinds of breakfast foods on the table. It had a red and white check tablecloth on the table. They had brought this old chair from outside in for me because they only had enough chairs for the people that lived there full time. Well, all the varnish had disappeared off this chair, and it turned out all the glue from the joints had disappeared too. Anyway, I'm sitting there starting to eat breakfast when my future wife, Lynnette, came in the back door. I'd been looking at my plate as she came in, the door opened, and this lady came. And so I looked up, and I was looking up, her feet, her legs, her body. I'm checking her out, and she noticed that. But just as I got up to her chin about, my chair collapsed. Instant, gone. And I'm down on the floor. But as I'm falling, you grab for about anything. I grabbed the tablecloth and pulled all that food and dishes right off on top of me. And I coming back up over the edge of the table with scrambled eggs dripping down my face. That was her introduction to me. Must have impressed her, because 8 days later, she agreed to marry me. And she had the day off the next day, and I'd asked where she lived. So the next day, I took my mom to work, and in my mom's car, I went over to her parents' farm. And her dad was out in the backyard, and I pulled in there, and Lynnette was out in the backyard wearing some of the sexiest little short, white shorty shorts. Oh, man, you know. Anyway, so her dad comes, "Yeah, can I help you?" I said, "Well, I'm Vic Pinion. I'm in the Navy, and oh yeah, I know the Pinions." He says, "I'm one of their sons." "Oh yeah, well, welcome home." He says, "You want a job?" Whoa, wait a minute. I'm on vacation, you know. "Well, I'm baling hay, and I need somebody to help me, you know." Well, okay. So Lynnette walks up and says, "I'll help you." So we baled hay together. And she was a farm girl. I mean, all the way. And we were loading those bales of hay from the ground onto a trailer that's being pulled by a little Avery tractor. And she could have that hay hook in her hand, slap a bale of hay, slap it with the other hook in each hand, and pitch it up on that trailer as it's going by. And I'm struggling with it. I don't have the coordination to do that. But then after we throw a bunch of bales up on the trailer, she could jump up on the trailer and stack them 4 high with no problem, with ease. And she showed me how to do that, you know. I was suitably impressed. In any case, I dated her from then on. 8 days later, in their backyard, a great big boulder at the corner of their backyard, I proposed to her, and she accepted. I went back to the ship after my leave was over, and 3 months later, I took leave again and went to Illinois, and we were married in the First Baptist Church, not Baptist Church, I'm sorry, Methodist Church in Kingston, Illinois. End of story.